Perfect.
Yeah, literally. Just chilling, chopping it. Got the microphone going, got the cameras going, you know. Yeah, got the live audience behind us for the first time. I usually don't have a live audience, so hey fam. It's
My
pretty
fucking
cool.
brother right here.
That was
My
a crisp
fucking brother
one.
right here.
You
Actually,
know it.
this is my fucking blood
And you
brother.
fucking know that.
This is my brother right here.
Yes, Sirski.
Man, it's a fucking blessing to be with you right now. Brother.
Yes.
I'm feeling so grateful to have this conversation with you, man. We're
Yeah.
actually in a very special home to us, a home that we both came to a lot growing up.
A second home, you know.
We're about to have a really good conversation with a live audience.
Yeah.
And you know that.
So Max, you know, kick things off. Stony Mountain has transitioned to Stony Streetwear. What have you thought about that, and you know, where have you been with that whole transition? Because it's been a lot, you know.
So you're asking my opinions on the transition from Stony Mountain to Stony Street.
And how has it been?
Honestly, I think it was necessary. I think the process has been extremely insightful. I think it's something that needed to happen.
Yeah.
And I don't regret the decision at all. Honestly, like this new logo right here is my favorite logo out of anything we've done to keep it a buck with everybody.
Yeah,
I don't know
bro.
how you feel about the whole process.
Yeah, dude. I mean, just thinking about it, from Stony Mountain to Stony Streetwear, we've had such a big, I don't know, a step back to realize what we want, you know, and it's tough as a business and it's tough as friends even to kind of come up with something that we all want to do. And, you know, that was a challenge for us. But like you said, bro, look at our hats, look at the stickers we've had, you know, posted around the world. You know, people love it, and we love it.
Man, this shit is worldwide now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You know, and I think as we progress, bro, all the designs we come out with are gonna have some meaning to us, and it's crazy to see what it's been and where it's taken us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Honestly, like at first I was extremely nervous, to be honest. To be transparent, I was nervous for the transfer, but I knew that we needed something fresh, something more lean towards the streetwear side of the culture.
Yeah.
Like big inspiration, big shout out to Ass Pizza, man. Big shout out to
Yeah.
730 Printing. They just opened a new printing warehouse. Did you see that?
Did you see that?
You know, I peeped that, and honestly, man, like big ups to them. That was a huge inspiration for this new wave of thing.
Yeah.
Also, this whole new young generation, man, I really like their energy, bro, and I feel like it really is summed down to streetwear.
Of course. And I think also, just to piggyback on what you said, how 730 Printing and Ass Pizza and Austin Babbitt, how they've come, you know, just from screen printing with literally like a silk screen, you know, some ink on the floor, to saying, hey, we have a warehouse that can print custom clothes for you. You know, that's where we want to be. I have the Mother Gaia 10 of 10. Shout out Jonah. He let me put this on and rock it tonight. And it's the same concept. It's like, you know, they started in a basement, and, you know, eventually we'll have our own storefront, our own warehouse. And like you said, we take inspiration from people that relate to us, you know, maybe not where we are now per se, but where we want to be. And so like just taking, you know, from ideas, I know you, myself, Jerry over there, we all went to the Drake concert, and we saw how he had that humongous Virgil Abloh statue, and you know, that was to represent the artistic and, you know, creative design behind the entire set, the entire tour. You know, he wanted to pay homage to somebody that was creative and wanted to inspire. And, you know, if somebody like us, people like us who are creative, we see that and we want to be that influential kind of positive role for people, especially around us, you know, starting small, but, you know, whenever we're done and whenever we're gone from this earth, our legacy will live on. So,
thanks, brother. Rest in peace to Virgil. Big ups to Ass Pizza. And speaking of, didn't you get a chance to eat Ass Pizza himself, bro?
I did. Yeah,
You
Austin
gotta
Babbitt.
Tell the people about that.
Yeah,
That's
man.
that's
Shout out
crazy.
Austin Babbitt. He pulled up to Raleigh on the 730 50 State tour that he just finished a couple months ago now. And pretty much I gave him a Stony Mountain ashtray, some merch, and I told him, you'll see me again, you know. This won't be the first time, or this is the first time, but this won't be the last time that you see me. And, you know, he was just like, yeah, I can feel that, you know, I can see that. And just, you know, just hearing that is influential. Just seeing again, like what we just said, where he's come from, you know, and talking to him like he's a normal human being and he's not stuck up and he's not, you know, unapproachable. You know, he had his whole entire family around him and they loved doing what they loved to do there. You know, they loved, you know, talking to people, signing merch, taking pictures, getting content. And they did it because they loved Austin Babbitt's love for his, you know, his brand and what he wanted to put on, you know. As you can see behind us, we have people, you know, they love us and they want to support us all the way. And so it's the same concept and we're just applying it to our lives for sure. So shout out Austin Babbitt. He was cool and he definitely gave good energy.
Man, honestly, I've been trying to check in on my own energy and everyone around me recently. Big ups to Burner. I listened to a podcast from him recently and he's just talking about energy a whole bunch. And I think it's extremely vital to keep that constant in your mind, you know, checking in on your energy. I think that's something the Stony Boys definitely try to do. Keep things fresh, keep things moving, keep things motion. That's a concept that we use a lot recently. You know,
Motion.
we used to, you know, always rep 1% better every day, but now it's motion.
Literally. And we have motion behind a lot of the things we're doing. Stay tuned for our drop coming up at the end of this month, maybe early November.
All 2023.
You know, just know. And we want to have things that, you know, relate to people. We want to continue to do what people enjoy of us. So, yeah,
We're
man.
still out here, man. We're still
Trying to put that motion, keep that motion going.
repping everything, man. We're still big out here for the cannabis community. We're still out here for the streetwear community. We're still out
Yeah.
here for North Carolina. I can never forget about our home state.
Definitely. But
And we're blessed to be
shout out 710 Labs, you know, like we were talking about earlier, bro. We've literally sent a care package to 710 Labs all the way in Beverly Hills, California. You know, a couple $100 worth of merch, just hoping that they enjoyed the care that we put behind it, you know, the love and the messages that we left in the box. You know, we hope that we've reached them and they've received that good energy from us. You know,
Honestly,
Tyler
like
Funk
Skelly.
even. Yeah, Skelly. Shout out Skelly. Skelly was one of those guys also, man. I want to bring up Skelly too, like you just said. He's one of those people who, you know, he has 710 Labs, but he also has his own personal, you know, thing going on that he likes to show. And it's good energy. You know, he's around people that I enjoy watching. He's around people that seem very, you know, they seem like they have good energy.
Bro, it's people like that Tyler and I look up to in this community, the people that are really making a path for the culture, for the community of cannabis, and also even psychedelics. You know, I know Skelly's big on the psychedelics.
Yeah, he is. Peyote, ayahuasca.
All that.
Yeah, he's really into the spiritual healing, and we're big on that too. You know, that's a critical factor, and you know how, you know, some of these pieces are made is definitely crucial. Conscious thinking of one another's feelings, even, you know, and that's a big part of who we are, is definitely family first, community oriented kind of people. So
Family first. You know, for us, it's still not about the money. I know in our last podcast we like briefly mentioned how we've never paid ourselves for this shit, and like on year end now.
do you think we'll even ever pay ourselves?
I'm not even thinking about that, to be honest.
I don't
right
think
now,
we
in
ever.
this
I don't even
moment.
think we ever will.
And if we don't, that's okay, bro. Honestly,
I think it's one of those things where like we love pushing for the culture that like the money will come, obviously, but it's more so of like just like how Austin does it, man. We could relate to Ass Pizza all day. You know, he has a couple $1,000s in his bank account, but
you see how much he spends on
yeah,
a monthly
he moves
basis, bro?
100,000 plus a month, and that's warehouse fees, employee fees, merchandise fees, shipping fees,
Budget is crazy.
and so it's like, yeah, I mean, if we, you know, we'll be comfortable if we're happy, you know, we'll be comfortable.
It's all about spreading love, being happy, and creating art.
Yeah, it's crazy that we're young too. You know, that aspect of it is important because we haven't figured out our lives yet, and we haven't necessarily even put two and two together. But we know the direction that we're going in is comfortable for us, and we feel like it's working. You know, and so imagine 5 years from now, you know, whenever we've done all this, and we've shown the people what we can do.
Real, bro, man. These things are heavy.
Yeah, they are
Over
heavy.
here, man. I'm having to use the double hands to keep this thing up.
Yeah, you have
We have to keep the audio crisp for you guys.
And that's a fact, and you know that.
Know that.
Yeah, I usually like to rotate like from hand to hand. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of
Here for a minute, okay. Switch the combo.
exactly, kind of,
Got you.
in between pauses.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you, in the past year, what has been one or two of your favorite Stony memories? And it could be something to do with someone from the Stony family, the community. It could be from, a pop-up that we did.
I'm gonna give you two of my personal memories off the top because those are just easier to say right now. Personally, I would say obviously Wub and Dub, as far as like interaction, and like who I met and like what we did there. I would say it was definitely one of those top tier kind of things where we understood the mission going into it, and we kind of figured out that early. We made the best of it, and yeah, I just loved meeting all the people there. That was the best part of it, just meeting different people and being there.
Solid one.
I could give other ones such as like the Raleigh Market. I met so many people there, but a specific memory that I want to say definitely has to be Hippie Fest.
Missed out on that one,
dude.
bro.
Hippie Fest in Salisbury was just, and honestly, I want to say that it was like we made a good bit of money. We made sales, but on top of that, I was able to do what I wanted to do, and I felt comfortable. I felt welcomed, and I felt happy to be there. A lot of places it's hard to set up and feel like you've been there before. And Hippie Fest was a festival where I felt like I was able to be me.
Good feeling, bro.
You could smell my
that-
kush from like a mile away, and like people came up to me and supported my business and talked to me like normal human beings. They didn't say, oh, they didn't turn their nose at the smell or say, oh, that's marijuana or that's propaganda, that's BS. They said, no, dude, that's dope. Like, this is what we need. We need more of this. Albeit it was at a hippie fest, but still, it's like, there's still people out there that really support that, and being at places like that really make you see that.
It's a reminder.
Yeah.
It's places like that make you feel like you're at home. Places that make you feel comfortable. Places like Barzar back in Wilmington, man.
Shout out Barzar.
Shout out to Barzar.
What about
People
you?
there.
Give me some top 2 memories.
Honestly, that pulled me right back to Barzar. Like,
Yeah.
about a week ago, we had a market there. It was a pop-up last minute. They were like, yo, come through, bring some merch. I brought one clothing rack and like a bucket of some $5 tees, bro. And it was like the most amount of sales I've seen in one night. It was like 3 hours, bro. And it wasn't a single second that someone wasn't coming up. And like, it wasn't even about the money because we were honestly losing bread on the $5 tees.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to get the merch out there to people, and like, they appreciated that.
Yeah.
And to shake each person's hand, to give them some stickers, to catch up with them and give them a hug, man, that was like such a good feeling. So that'd be my first memory. Second memory, I think it's got to be when Tyler sent me that picture of him with all the shirts. Oh, sorry. I think it's when the picture of Tyler with all the hats. When I first received that picture from Tyler when he's laying down, he's got the Stony hat on. He's got all these Stony hats around him, bro. Like, I felt like I was back in 2016. I don't know why, bro. It just gave me such a nostalgic feeling.
Yeah.
And we're going to put that picture right up here.
Yeah, definitely. It was gonna come in.
That picture goes crazy, bro. When I saw that, I really felt like, I was like, bro, we made it. And like, we hadn't even put him on the website yet or anything, but just that feeling, I was like, bro, like with this new logo, this is something.
Yeah.
I feel it inside of me. And I think you feel the same way. And I think that's
Of course.
so easy for us to
keep pushing on and just
emotion.
Yeah. And I think also with this podcast, bro, we're learning that, no matter what we're doing, even if it's right or wrong, talking to the people, communicating amongst one another, and just trying to keep going is a plus. We can't be wrong for that, And I've learned that, to do that, it takes saying, "Oh, okay, sacrifice this time to be able to sit down and do this." Does that make sense? And the best.
Bloody sacrifice.
Yeah, man. Like the best times are whenever you sacrifice. So it's just good to have that feeling of being rewarded, with the little things. Sitting down here, comfortable, talking to you, communicating, expressing.
True to this, not new to this.
Exactly. So true to this.
True to this, not new to this.
Not new to this.
Man, I feel like even though it's only been a year and a half with Stony, it feels destined. It feels like natural. It feels like it's been like this for years.
Yeah.
Way beyond a year and a half.
Yeah. We've been rocking before Stony, and it's been Stony
And you
before
know that.
Stony. And you know that.
We got family like right behind the camera. So
Yeah.
big shout out to the fam behind us.
Yeah. For supporting us every day.
Every
Literally.
single day, man. And life's a blessing, bro.
Yeah.
I just feel grateful to be in a position where we can put art out to people that are gonna really appreciate it.
Yeah. And it may not be accepted on a broad spectrum here, but eventually, we're going to be able to say that we started before it was even recognized as something that's okay, quote unquote,
And we stay fried. And the thing is, we're highly productive stoners. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Highly
There's
productive.
some people that, they might be getting fried out here, just bullshitting, but we're
Pissing
out
in the
here
wind.
keeping motion, making plays, legal plays, and just staying with our head forward. You know what I'm saying? But we pick along these people on the way, these real people showing real love, not just a follower. We scroll through our followers, our likes and stuff, and like we don't have 10,000 followers or anything, but at least when I scroll through,
those
these
1,200
faces.
followers are like, people you
Yeah,
actually
bro.
like met, people that you've actually like shook hands with at the market, people that you said, "Oh, I went to this festival and saw them," or I bumped into them and gave them a sticker, and then they checked out the website. You know what I'm saying? It's those types of interactions that have made us who we are, and it's going to continue to carry us to be who we are. Like
Can't stop, won't stop.
it's hand in hand almost. Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't
True to
stop.
this, not new to this.
That's the thing. As soon as you quit, is when you fail.
Yeah.
You could be like this close. Like this close to making it. And it's like, I'm quitting. Like, fuck. And it's like, you could have been 2 days away from
Hitting the lotto.
making it. You might shut down your website and shit. And then you get a text from Drake. And he was like, yo, I was trying to buy a shirt. What's up with the site? You know what I'm
Like, matter of
saying?
fact, let's get 50 of these out.
Like, shit, let's get the site back.
Yeah.
We're not going to have to do that because we're not taking the site down.
Yeah.
Because we're true to this, not new to this.
And you know that.
Man, it's been a blessing to sit here and talk with you, man.
Of course. I'm glad we were able to, man. You live on the beach coast and I live in the city, so it's
Let's do our goodbyes, though, real quick.
yeah,
Shout out a couple people.
definitely.
I feel like I definitely need to give props to and big love to, man. So, got a big list, but
Condense.
Shout out to Tyler Norman, who's not here right now, but our OG Stony brother. Shout out to
Love you, Tyler.
Jerry.
Love you, Jerry.
Shout out to Maggie. Shout out to Jonah. Tata the
Love y'all.
dog. Shout out to Burner, Wiz Khalifa, Seth Rogen. Shout out to
Skelly.
Skelly. Shout out to
Austin Babbitt.
Shout out to Stony.
Shout out to Stony. Shout out to
Big Streetwear,
literally.
Big Studios.
Shout out to all the people who are representing Stony, tagging us.
Shout out to the EDM community that's been showing us.
Shout out to
hella
Sid the
love.
Kids.
Sid the Kids. Shout them out.
Best
baby.
duo.
Man, shout out to group chat combos.
Just shout out to everybody who's been holding us down. And we're true to this, not new to this, and you will see more of us. So stay tuned, Stony fam, and we'll catch you soon.
Hey, big love to the Stony family.
4L.
Big love, 4L. We're new to this. True to this, not new to this, huh?
And you know that.
You know that.